And anybody who didn't know that and hasn't already enrolled on the website, can you put your $5 in now, please? So the forum this year is about the Constitution, the Crown, MMP and the Treaty, and how these could change our lives. The purpose of this. What is the purpose of the Rotary Forum? Is it to make money for charitable purposes? Is it for fellowship? Or is it to use our influence for good in Wellington and beyond, our new mission in 2010?
All three.
All three, the focus on very much on the latter. What was our 2012 forum about? Ethics and community responsibility, fostering young science leaders, Wellington, what do we want and how do we get there? Or organisational effectiveness in times of seismic risk?
Wellington, what do we want? C.
It was C. And what was our 2011 topic?
D.
It was organisational effectiveness in times of seismic risk. So just quick facts. In 2011 we had 184 people. We made a $22,000 surplus. Last year we had 150 people, a $7,000 surplus, an interview on the radio with Sean Plunkett, and we got 3 Dom Post headlines. So coming back to this year's forum. First of all, does New Zealand have a constitution? Whichever answer you gave, you're probably right. Because we don't have one law called the Constitution. We have the rules for how our country is governed are in a variety of documents. So we have an unwritten constitution. We do have one. And most of it's written down in various laws. Does the Constitution include all laws made by Parliament? No. Does it include the Constitution Act? It does. Does it include the Electoral Act? Yes, it does. Does it include the Bill of Rights? Yes, it does. Does it include the Ombudsman Act? It does. Does it include the Resource Management Act? No. And controversially, it doesn't include the Local Government Act either. One of the issues, the words you'll hear about the Constitution are, should we entrench things? And the issue is, should the Local Government Act be entrenched in some sort of constitution in such a way that it can't be constantly changed? So there are some British laws involved in our constitution that are adopted through the Imperial Laws Application Act. Does it include the Magna Carta? Yes, it does. Does it include the mea culpa? No, probably not. Does it include the Flags and Emblems Act? It doesn't. So people link the flag with our constitution, but it's not intimately involved. Does it include, our constitution include the Crown's power to appoint the Governor-General? It does. And then it includes some constitutional conventions, the rule of law. So our governments, is our government bound by all of our laws? The answer is yes. Do ministers have to comply with all laws? Yes. Does the Official Information Act apply to all ministers? Yes. To ministers? Yes, to all ministers. Is the lawyer going to correct me? And I'm happy. And are public servants protected from the law by our constitution? No. So there are other elements of our constitution. New Zealand is a representative democracy. Government is responsible to the people. Issues of electoral reform are part of our constitutional relationship. What is that? Does anyone recognise that?
It's an old piece of paper.
Yes, it's the suffrage petition. Thank you to our speaker. Issues around MMP. You know, want a good reason for voting for MMP? Look at the people who are telling you not to. Somebody might. Constitutional conventions are important. The separation of powers between government, parliament and the courts. You know, whether we should have our judges in the roles that they're in. What happened about the Privy Council, constitutional matters. Does our constitution confer the right to bear arms? No. The duty to bear arms?
Or when they're called up.
I put that in on fluke. Does it actually convey that include that duty? Okay. So what will New Zealand look like in 20 years? The country that our constitution arranges things around. It won't look like that. It will look like this. Issues that arise today. Chinese protesters about a documentary on Maori TV. Our country is changing. Crucial part of the constitutional debate. What is that? Oh, I put a heading on. What is that? The treaty. One of the foundations of our constitutional arrangements. The principles are used by the courts. Big issue for the Constitution is whether the treaty and the principles should be entrenched in the Constitution. What does biculturalism mean? What are the issues around Maori representation? I've got too many slides, so I'm just speeding up. There are divided views around how the treaty should be in the Constitution, and we expect that to be one of the major issues of debate at the forum. The ad campaign that I think Fraser Carson wrote. Where does the treaty stand in relation to the Constitution? We've got a range of speakers. In English, we're almost certain Sir Richard Taylor, Matthew Palmer on constitutional arrangements, Moana Jackson arguing the place of the treaty in the Constitution, various other speakers, including our own members, Jeff Baskin, John McKinnon, John Luxton, and Grant Robertson. Excuse me. And there will be slots for people who want to make a point. If you've got something you really want to say for 3 minutes, tell me, tell Nigel Gould. Tuesday the 12th, afternoon only, because some people said they couldn't be absent from work for a whole day. What you can do is attend, talk about it, circulate the flyer, and Trish will be sending the flyer around. Sponsors, we're still looking for sponsors. Don't sit on the sidelines and watch. Register now, please. Thank you.